Hi everybody, today is Monday, September 14th. Welcome. This is one of 3 lessons this week that you'll need to complete online. The lessons are necessary for our in-class activity, so let's get right to it. This video is just going to give you an introduction to one of my friends. It's going to introduce you to the Engineering Design Challenge this week, and it's going to give you your assignment for the week. So first up, Bella. Okay, so this is Bella. Bella is somewhat of a class pet. She comes to school with me every once in a while, and she likes to hang out with students, and she likes to be in the room when we're doing fun things, but she's very sensitive to noises, and she's a little bit afraid of like tall people because she's a really small dog. She's also kind of unique because she only has 3 legs. And when she was in an accident very little, they had to amputate one of her legs, but that doesn't slow her down. She's actually a pretty fast runner. The one thing that Bella has to teach you today is a little bit about notice when Bella's here that the floor looks a little differently. We put mats out for Bella, and we try to give her a pathway so that she can walk around the classroom with us. And that's what she'll do, is she'll just kind of follow us along the classroom because she likes to be involved in what you're doing. Now, Bella can't really walk very well on these slippery surfaces. Because she only has 3 legs, and because her paws aren't very like sticky, they're kind of slick with those little furry paws, she needs a little bit of support, like this really textured rubber mat and the carpeting. So friction is going to be important in your engineering challenge today, and Bella hopes you remember it. You're going to use the engineering design process in the Hungry Sphero challenge. The first step is to ask questions. And the first question is, what is the challenge? What is the problem?
If you want to win the game, you gotta take good aim and get the most marbles with your hippo. Playing Hungry Hippos. Hungry Hippos.
Hungry Hippos is the name of the game, and whoever hippo gets the most marbles wins.
Got it. Playing Hungry Hippos. Hungry Hippos.
I win!
Hungry Hippos from Hasbro.
Now, that was a game that many of your parents probably remember from back when they were a kid. Your challenge is going to be called Hungry Sphero, because unlike a hippo, you're going to use Sphero to capture cups in the middle of an arena. The same idea applies though. You're trying to use your device to capture as much as you can. It kind of looks like this. In the middle of the room, there will be an arena, and inside the cups, there'll be different types of cups that you can capture. So Sphero is basically your motor to drive around some sort of capturing system. And you're going to just use the driving function of Sphero, but your robot will be able to capture and bring cups back to you. So we'll have to imply some social distancing rules. We'll have to make sure that we are being safe, but it basically is a competition from your engineering ideas. Now, hopefully you think of Bella and friction and how you need some friction across the ground in order to move, but you also want to reduce the friction in other areas so that an object can glide across the floor. This sliding friction is necessary for some, but you want to reduce it for other reasons. Just like any other engineering challenge, you do have some constraints. You will have a constraint in time with only 2 days to design, build, test, and adjust your design for competition, and materials. You're only going to be using the materials in the room. These are some of the different materials that you'll be able to use in your design for your Hungry Sphero. Popsicle sticks, straws, and coffee stirrers. We have some old peanut butter and jelly containers. They're not used, but they're going to be recycled by you. Some cups of different sizes. Cardboard is always an option. We'll have some paper plates that you can cut up and work with. Maybe you can find a way to use note cards and Ziploc bags. We also have different bendable materials that you can use. And we have some skewers and little wooden sticks. We want to stay safe with our equipment, so many of the materials we'll be able to use disinfecting wipes with. There'll also be a bucket of hot soapy water for our bolt robots that can drop in and get washed. Our scissors will probably use our disinfecting wipes. And as far as tape goes, you'll be allowed to use different types of tape. I have masking tape and I have painter's tape. I even have some duct tape. But this tape will be given out as needed and I'll tear it off for you. Once you take a supply, you must keep the supply. Please do not bring any supplies back. If you're questioning what to do with the supply, let me know. But there are no bringbacks to the table. You will be able to work at the different lab tables. Just remember, for social distancing, you need to be on opposite ends of the table. And you're welcome to share ideas, but please do not share materials. Do not share iPads or devices. Feel free to talk, but keep that mask on. Now, here's your assignment for today. Before you begin creating and experimenting, you have to have a plan. So this means that you have to get that notebook out. When you come in the room on your first day, you have to have a design ready to go in your science notebook. That means that you have to think about the materials that are available to you, and you have to create a design that you think can fit over top of the Sphero and allow it to roll and slide across the floor. And you may want to think about, what can I attach to it to kind of grab cups and scoop them back to me. But in order to begin building, which is what you ultimately want to use your time for in my room, you can't come in with a blank page. You have to have a design in here, and the design has to be labeled clearly to show what materials you plan on using. Now, it's good to have a plan. It's better to have a backup plan. So if you have on one page your first idea, then you need to have on the second page your second idea. So when you come in the room, that's what I expect to see with your notebook, is a design ready to go that you plan on implementing, and a backup plan that if this doesn't work, this is my next setup. As long as you have that notebook ready to go, day one is going to be fast-paced for you. I'm going to airdrop your lab report to the iPad for you. You're going to go ahead, find a place in the room to work, and you'll get materials, begin prototyping, building, and designing. The last 3 to 5 minutes of class, you'll be asked to clean up, and you'll be given either a bag or a box to put your design in. We'll put your name on it, and you can store it somewhere in the classroom for your second day to continue design and eventually test. All right, I'm excited to see you in class. I cannot wait to see the awesome designs that you guys are going to come up with. This is one of my favorite engineering challenges because creativity mixes with science, mixes with fun robots, and we're going to have a good time. So make sure that you think friction, that you think movement and grabbing, and you're ready for class. See you soon.